Spelling is kind of a critical issue when you talk about the localization of your website. Many countries speak English. We've got Indian English. It's its own language. It's its own dialect. We have a dialect that is southeastern U.S., the southern dialect of the U.S. versus northeastern or even Midwest. We've got Canadian English and British English and Australian English. There are many different ways that we spell the same word. There's the very classic O-U-R as opposed to O-R in words like color and honor and so on. So that would be a signal to Google as to where you are targeting your content. Signals include, much more important signals even, would include the name or the TLD, the larger host of your website, and that would be, are you a .com, a .co.uk, a .com.au? Are you targeted on those countries? That was easy. Where is your website hosted? If it's hosted in Australia and you have a .com.au and the language of your website is OURs and things like that, that's a very important series of signals that makes congruence for a Googlebot to say, oh yeah, that's all about not only being in Australia, but they're focused on the Australian market. You could also possibly be focused on the British market or even an Indian market because they'll have similar spellings. But then Google looks at the other indicators and says, nope, that's for Australia. It's got .com.au. In addition to the kinds of things like spelling, there is a dialectic difference. For example, in the United States, we have something on a stick with a sweet little top, and children, suck on it, and that's fine. If you're in one part of the United States, you call it a lollipop. If you're in another part of the United States, you call it a sucker. You can tell which part of the United States this content was written for simply by that kind of language. It's called local colloquialisms. You'll find the same thing in Australia, and again in India, and again in the UK, and throughout the regions of the United States and into Canada, and other countries that also speak English. So even in the same language, how you spell something consistently throughout your website will be an indicator of which market you're looking for. Much more important is the user experience. If you're looking to target a market which is in a local area that doesn't speak exactly as you do, find someone who does live there. Make sure you're speaking colloquially and writing colloquially, including the spelling.